So Arnold, I found myself conflicted as to who the bad guys were in this film. What was your reaction when you first read the script, and to what extent was the moral complexity part of the draw?
I think that the idea of the film was that even when you are a hero, and even when you are the leader of this DEA elite task force to infiltrate the drug cartel, that you can be a flawed character or can become a flawed character. And I think that's what was appealing, is that it was a multi-dimensional character. In this movie, it's not black against white. It starts out that way, but then it becomes a lot of gray areas where the good guys also start doing things that are bad and cross that line.
And director David Ayer brought us harsh realities of policing in the brilliant End of Watch. What are his particular talents in this genre?
I think that David Ayer's talent is that he's a writer and a director. So a writer always has a very clear vision of what he wants to see. Therefore, he has really a head start when it comes to directing. And I think that was one of his gifts. The other one is of course, that he insisted on us doing as much rehearsal as possible, working with the drug enforcement team, with the SWAT team, and with the martial arts experts and the weight training and all of this stuff. So when we get to the set, that we actually are a team and that we work together, and that all of the stuff, how you hold the weapons and how they storm buildings, how they breach doors, and all of this becomes kind of second nature.
And the film boasts an impressive ensemble cast. Who impressed you about their take and dedication on the action genre?
I think all of them were unbelievable actors, and they did really well with the physicality, with the physical work, and with the fight scenes and the shooting and all this stuff. And I think that the one guy that I think sticks out is Joe Manganiello, who is the tall 6'5" guy from True Blood, who has the body. This heroic body and the six-pack, and works out and is on all the covers of the muscle magazines, but he's also an extraordinary actor. But when you think about Sam Worthington, I mean, he really plays a tough character, and he's very dedicated. So any of them can be action heroes. I can tell you, all they have to do is just go in that direction.
And finally, it's unusual to have two strong female characters in an action drama. In what way did their presence broaden the film's appeal and demographic?
I think that if a director or a writer is really smart, he will always write the female characters as strong as the male characters, because that's what makes the movie attractive. My daughters, when they watch the movie, even though they kind of, dug their fingernails into my biceps when they watched it, because the movie was so intense and some of the scenes were so intense. But what they enjoyed was afterwards, they said, I really enjoyed this movie, even though it was very graphic and violent. But what I enjoyed was that the women characters were written very strong, and they were kind of equals to the guys. And I think that's what will be very appealing to the female audience there in this movie. And Jim Cameron has done this always. If you remember Terminator, the way he has written the Sarah Connor part was very, very strong. In True Lies, Jamie Lee Curtis's character was very strong. Jim Cameron has done this over and over, and so I think David Ayer has that same abilities, the same talent to see women as an equal rather than as just as a throw-in, be the sexy girl on the side and provide that, but not have that strength. So I like that part of the movie too.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, thank you very much.
Thank you.